use it every day if you want for rice, potatoes. Use it to deglaze a pan. I'm showing you that, the fond of the bacon. If you're making something else with bacon, it works. Alright, so I mentioned at one point in one of these videos that I would do multiple types of soups because I have done multiple types of soups. I've done a chicken bone broth. It is now summertime. I will be moving to cooler meals. I just did Scotch eggs, which if you haven't had a Scotch egg, check it out. It's something you can make in the evening, take it cold to work. It's actually lovely. I do flank steak tonight, which is a fast fry. I've gone through my vegetables for the week. I don't need much else. Still have plenty of chicken broth. What I'm gonna do, take the end cuts. We'll be making a salad. So these I will reserve for my salad. Parsons in good shape. I have one zucchini left. I'll use for my dinner tonight. Zucchini doesn't have enough flavor for me to add it to a soup stock. However, carrots do. And very quickly, go through my carrots. Anything that needs using up right away. Anything that's too tiny to do something significant with. What do we got here? Alright, so I've got one broken carrot, no big deal. And everything else looks to be in good shape, so I won't mess with it. Let's skip the parsnips. It's a very distinctive scent. It's not for everybody for the flavor. Hot peppers. Save my cucumbers. What pepper that I used. Alright, so you're getting old. Let's use you up. And that gives me my steady base. Cut that in half and use part of it. Okay. What else we got here? I used all the Brussels sprouts. I could use cabbage. I don't choose to today. However you could. Alright. This is just a very basic soup stock. Give these a quick wash. Pretty good about washing my vegetables when I get them. Because I'm really tired, and I think I was tired the other day, so we're not going to bother with this. This pepper really needs using. It's not in good shape. And that's okay. So we will peel these. Aromatics. One small onion, anything you need using. everything else is in good shape. Now, if I remember correctly, because I'm going to use a little bit of celery, pepper, sweet pepper. This is basically the beginnings of Mirepoix. If I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it is. One bitty tiny. Let's get you over here so you can see what I'm doing. So just a little bit of celery goes in the pot. I have rosemary that is coming to its end. My other rosemary is just coming out of a very heavy harvest, but I still don't want to touch them because I also just transplanted a bunch. I want a clean stalk, so I'm not adding the skin. The skin will give you color. I think there's an old wives' tale somewhere about you want to add the onion skin in. It has to do with nutrition. But for my purposes, I don't want color. I just want a clear broth for, let's say I want to make potato salad, just as an idea. This one's not in great shape. So we're going to throw out that. I'm going to throw out this. This goes in the pot. This one's getting soft. Still good though. There's no mold. So I'm going to save this part because it's in good shape for a salad for tonight. I'm not wasting food. I genuinely know I'm making a flank steak tonight. I will not require this part of the tomato. Will not require this part of the tomato. I have some extra little bits from cherry tomatoes the other day that I saved, which it is right now. Okay, I'll pull that out after. So this is once around the kitchen, right? You have a look in your fridge. If something needs to get used up, you use it up. Carrots and onions sort of always go in. Garlic only if you want it. Because I don't know what I'm doing with this stock yet, I will pass. I was always taught to peel. Something later. So, what's in the pot? Rosemary, onion, tomato, carrot, celery. Celery seed works if you don't have celery. that big root thing, which I can't remember the name of right off the top of my head. Celery root. A chunk of that works in a pinch if you don't have celery. Boom, boom. Salt. Pepper. Done. Bring it to a boil. So, with a vegetable stock, technically there are no rules. Your best flavor is going to come from some peppers, some celery, which is, honestly, a celery is a good base. So let's move this. Plenty of fresh herbs. I just repotted some right here. I'm going to bring that to a boil, and we're going to leave it alone. Put a lid on. Go make a cup of tea or read a book. Flavor development. Okay, so that's done. Just gonna turn it off. And we're gonna leave it alone. This is how simple it is. And it's extra flavor. So let it cool. Put a lid on it. Okie dokie. So you can do this in the sink or on the counter if you're confident. Cheesecloth is your friend. Don't need a lot. And this is just a foundational soup stock. If you are vegan or vegetarian, it's good to have in your repertoire because you're not going to want to use my obviously chicken broths. But having said that, there are dishes that I make which the vegetable stock is the preferred base without garlic. Because moving into the autumn, vegetables are more plentiful and affordable. I have several dishes, soups, roasted vegetables that will require the vegetable stock instead of the bone broth. Cheesecloth. And layering it over the sieve. I cut a little bit off for something else. This comes in handy for multiple purposes. If you're not going to be making cheese in your lifetime, it still works for soup or straining other bits. It's food grade. It also catches fat too. That's where we're at. Plenty of flavor. The moment you take the lid off, it's all concentrated down. cleanup. This can all go in the compost. And there we go. Just give it a squish. Make sure this is cool before you do this. You do not want to do this if it's hot. Just extracting the last of the flavors. Okay, so this is simple but delightful, and look at the color. To save room in my fridge, I will take a couple of mason jars. Just only need 2 mason jars. Use the mason jars or Tupperware, or plastic containers, whatever works for you. And store it for a little while. Use it every day if you want for rice, potatoes. Use it to deglaze a pan. I've shown you that, the fond of the bacon. If you're making something else with bacon, it works. It's just one of those really good ingredients that becomes a staple in your kitchen. And it just works. I highly recommend it. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit and cool over here. And that, my friends, is how simple it is. There's more coming. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Chickpeas soaking in vegetable soup stock.